This is your Weather Extreme video for Saturday, December the 19th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Only 6 days till Christmas. We've got a lot of weather to talk about. Let's talk about the temperatures this morning. The lows that we're showing so far this morning, well into the 20s and very, very nippy up in the northeast part of Alabama with temperatures in the lower 20s. Our observer at Black Creek reported 20 at his last report, so very, very chilly morning. One of the reasons for that is that we do have a surface high-pressure system centered right over Meridian, and that's helping to keep things clear, cold, and crisp for this morning. In the upper atmosphere, we're coming out of a trough over the eastern part of the country, and we'll gradually come under a ridge over the next couple of days, and that's going to switch our upper flow around to the southwest. In the meantime, current temperatures just before sunrise, generally in the 20s, and we expect those temperatures to climb a little bit warmer than yesterday into the middle 50s. The watch warning map contains some dark blue colors across the Gulf Coast area. Those are warnings for the freezing temperatures. And then up over the Rocky Mountains, a lot of that purple and pink are all winter weather advisories. And a QPF, and this is one of our concerns for the next week or so, showing on the order of 1.5 to 2 inches over all of central and north Alabama, as well as much as nearly 4 inches along the Gulf Coast. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. The Storm Prediction Center is outlooking no severe weather, no thunderstorms actually, across the United States for day 1. You have to go out to day 3, where we see a marginal risk along the central Gulf Coast. All right, let's get to the models. Here's the 06Z GFS model run for today, and there's the high pressure that will be keeping us in great weather. If you're headed out to the football game at Jacksonville State, or at Jacksonville rather, for Jacksonville State, it's going to be great weather. The high slides off Sunday to the east, and as it does, you can see we come around to a more southerly flow. In the upper atmosphere, the ridge comes over us, and that takes us to a southwesterly flow aloft. And that's bad because that's bringing moisture out of the Pacific. So we've got the southerly flow bringing moisture out of the Gulf, and we've got southwesterly flow aloft bringing moisture out of the Pacific. The 500 millibar pattern remains southwesterly on Monday, and we can see a number of different little short waves moving through this flow. And those are going to be tough to time exactly, especially this far in advance, as to when we'll see precipitation possibilities. But as you can see from the surface map, we've got good low-level moisture, so it looks like Monday we should see showers, chances increase during the day. We stay in that southwesterly flow aloft on Tuesday, and of course we stay in the southerly flow at the surface on Tuesday, so nothing much is changing. And even when we get out to Wednesday, there's not much changing, except what's changing is we're getting a deeper trough over the western United States. So that is going to be exaggerating the moisture out of the Pacific with time, especially towards the latter part of the week. And of course, we do have a number of surface lows on Wednesday with fronts, but because of the southwesterly flow aloft, the fronts aren't going to actually get here, so we stay in this moist air mass. And precipitable water values come up quite a bit. Thursday, we see the trough really digging in on the west coast as one upper closed low comes out of that area. And so once again, that just brings more or less the front down into the area and kind of dies off right here. By Friday, Christmas Day, we're in a strong southwesterly flow aloft, and we have the low, the trough over the Southern California and into Baja California. So again, that keeping us very, very wet, and our surface flow is still out of the south, with a stalled front in our vicinity. And interestingly enough, the European is in pretty good agreement. There's been some disagreement this far out, but the European showing a pretty similar pattern for Christmas Day. By the way, if you're looking for snow, don't look for any in the southeastern United States. This is the accumulated snowfall expected for Christmas Day at midday. All right, get out to Saturday, the day after Christmas, and we see a very deep closed low over and south of the Four Corners area. That gives us a really good southwesterly flow with good Pacific moisture coming in. We see the stalled front moving north as a warm front, and so we stay in this soupy air mass and the possibility of precipitation. The European in very good agreement, even this far out. So feel pretty confident that it looks like this is going to be happening, and we're going to have to be watching for the possibility of some flash flood watches later on in the week as the whole picture becomes clearer. That closed low comes out as we look out into voodoo country. That closed low comes out nicely around Monday and early Tuesday, and that could provide us with a bit of a severe weather situation for the end of December. We get out to the 30th of December, and we're in more or less a ridge pattern with a slight southwesterly flow and a series of troughs coming across that flow, and we stay that way all the way out to the 3rd of January, where we see a ridge over the eastern half of the country. So there's no lack of warm, moist air for the southeastern United States. Well, I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning into the weather forecast and the Weather Xtreme video. I'll have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, don't forget to do a random act of kindness and remember the season. Have a great day and Godspeed.